You're listening to the Light Novel Podcast. Visit us online at lightnovelpodcast.com.
Hello, welcome to another episode of the Light Novel Podcast. I'm your host, Bio Gundam, and here we have almost the entire gang. So today we're going to be covering more licenses from Seven Seas and Tentai books. So, first off the list is John Luke.
Bonsoir.
Kyle.
Hola.
Mirage.
Good morning.
And we have Terrence, who wasn't here last time because he was a little under the weather.
What's up?
Right, so, Mirage, if you can open up the Excel file, what is the new, what is the license we've got on the agenda?
So we're starting out with Seven Seas, my first title. The most notorious talker runs the world's greatest clan. Saikyo no Shenchoku wa Sushi Dearu Orewa Sekai Saikyo clan no Shitagaeru.
God, that is a fucking mouthful.
Yes, that's a mouthful.
Okay, Japanese, listen, Japan, limit that shit, please.
Yeah, it's from
Overlap. It's not that
There are
bad.
3 volumes out. All of them are pretty current, started last year. Summary is Noel has grown up idolizing his grandfather, a legendary adventurer of the class known as Seekers. But when it comes time for Noel to set out on his own, much to his dismay, he turns out to be a talker, a support class with meager abilities. But Noel's got ambition in spades and the smarts to match. So he's determined to do whatever it takes to make the world know his name.
So basically, he's a bard from D&D with max charisma. Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, more or less.
I feel like we have a lot of these where there's like a character who's very like suave or debonair in terms of like communication skills, or just very good in terms of like gathering people that'll probably be capable. And it looks from the cover.
Listen, if you have enough charisma, any random bullshit you'll say will sound fucking amazing.
But yeah, it seems like from the cover he's going to get some powerful allies. The girl on the left looks like she's like a ninja type. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Assassinations is pretty fucking persuasive.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a class that is called Talker, that is probably a good class to lead a guild.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or roll d20, seduce the dragon.
Yeah, but the thing is...
So just doing the publicity work for the guild, the recruiting.
Well, thing is, like, I looked it up a bit. Like the guy is how do I say this? Like it's a bit like you mentioned. Like he's more like a PR person than a warrior with charisma.
Oh, so he's more of a hype man.
Yeah, it's more of a person that will gather people, but the thing is, since normally his class, the talker, it's something, similar to the bard in D&D minus the music, but he's doing buff and debuffs, basically.
I mean, bards don't have to do music. They can do dancing or storytelling or jokes. There's a misconception that bards are all musicians. They're actually more like performers.
Yeah, but he's not really a performer of any kind. He's more of a, I wouldn't say like...
More middle manager?
Oh, so he's German. Okay.
Not really. But anyway, like the guy like does he do buffs and debuffs, and since his class is usually weak, the guy trains like crazy to be like super rip himself. Like, so he's not that useless in a fight. But he excels in buffing his allies, so that's why he wants like really good allies to go with him. But
this reminds me kind of like Shiraway from Log Horizon. Like this dude's like a really good support guy. Like he's gonna make you amazing.
Yeah, in a sense, but Shiro is really a way better tactician.
Yeah, but the same principle applies. Like his way of fighting and shit is to make his allies better or to support them, or basically like he's a support caster or a support, like he's basically support.
And basically, like without spoiling too much, like he's in a party, and basically since his grandfather was like a super mercenary, like someone that was really renowned, he wants to surpass his grandfather. So for doing that, like he needs to upgrade his party to a clan. Basically, the difference between a party and a clan is that a clan, you need to pay a license to the government, and then the government will give you like premium jobs. So like he wants to upgrade his party, in which he's not the leader, but then the other one, they're not too in for it. Like some of them think that it's too soon, and the other, like there's a lot of
party
not
drama.
unrest, but yeah, not really drama, but like not everyone's on the same page. So like without spoiling what happens, eventually like the party disbands, and he's trying to get other people on board. And basically the chicks on the left, the dark skinned one that you see, yeah, she's, like you said, she's a bit of a ninja, because turns out her grandfather was also a super mercenary that like duked it out with the main character's grandfather.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like she doesn't really care about like the rivalry between their grandfather, but she wants to join him because like he'll be like someone important later, and she wants to go along with that. So
yeah, I like those type of those almost intergenerational stories where you're like, yeah, oh, my grandfather fought your grandfather, now we're fighting or teaming up together. Like, I love those type of stories.
So in the end, like my first impression was it seems like a good story, but like I said last podcast with the assassin one, like I might need more. I need more to like make better idea, but it seems like there's something missing. Like so far, like what I've seen, the dynamic between the characters, like there's something missing. Might develop a little bit later, but I can say it definitely looked like a good series, but maybe not my first pick.
Well, if the only motivation of the main character is to become famous, then I'm not sure if it will be easy for me to identify with that guy. So if it will be easy for me to like him.
Okay, now the $1 million question: is it isekai or reincarnation?
Neither.
Either.
Good.
Thank fucking God.
Actually, none of the 3 titles we have today are either isekai or reincarnation.
Oh, the next one is it's a bit, but
depending on how you
not
define
quite.
isekai, but
It's great you say that, because I was actually on a podcast where we talk about identifying isekai and the origins of it. Link down below in the description.
yeah. Speaking of, should we move on to the second title?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So second title.
Yeah. Next title, also from 7 Seas. The NPCs in this village sim game must be real. Murasukuri game no NPC ga shouji no to ningen toshika omoenai. It's from Kadokawa. There are also 3 titles out, and it started in 2019. Yoshio is 30 years old with no job and a shut-in lifestyle. His mundane days and nights are suddenly interrupted when he receives a copy of The Village of Fate, an experimental game with graphics like nothing he's ever seen before. In the game, he takes on the role of a guardian deity who watches over the people of a new village. But he finds that the game characters are so intelligent, reactive, and human that he starts wondering if they could be real people somehow. Through his connection to their strangely vivid lives, Yoshio begins to discover the brightness that had been missing from his own existence.
Yeah, so that one is a really interesting one. So
So basically, if Infinite Dendrogram were a solo player game.
yeah, probably. I don't know that much about the Dendrogram, but yeah, but no, like the Dendrogram is really like fantasy-ish, like not fantasy-ish, but like MMO-ish. Like that one, like the characters in the other world, like they're really in a gritty medieval setting with monsters. But
that's
like
also fantasy, but I'm not sure what's if you've read something from it. How does the game system work when he's in there? Does he have stats or?
No, well, the thing is, he's not in there. Like he's an overseer. Like he's like it's not
Is it like
VR.
Sims?
It's not a VR MMO. He's really in front of a computer without like virtual headset or something. And
no
he's
VR
viewing-
MMO so that's interesting.
Like he's viewing events in another world plays out. Like and the interesting thing, what I liked about it, it's really more of a psychological story. Like the guy is shut in because like events happen in his life, like that make it lose confidence in himself. He eventually like shut himself in his room in his parent house, so it kind of affected his relationship with his parent, his sister. So and if I remember correctly, I think he's late 20, early 30 maybe. And
how does he affect the people in the game? Does he only watch, or can he build a pool and take away the ladders?
No, he's known in that game. He's known as the god of fate, and he can interact with the NPCs by sending them like a prophecy. Like he can contact with them every day. So at midnight, he's able to send like a few sentences, and one of the girl is a cleric, so she's able to read it in her Bible. And eventually, like he's able to he has some god point that he can like make some miracle happens, but eventually like these points like there are some way for him to gather them, but the easiest way, like a lot of game nowadays, it's pay to win, so you need to put some money to get point quicker. But the thing is, since he's a shut-in, eventually it kind of make him want to go out and get a job. So, like, I'm really not sure where that game comes from. Is it like a government project to make people gain confidence back in themselves and go out in the business world again?
There's a dragon approaching this village. You can strike it down with a lightning bolt, but you have to pay 20,000 yen.
Yeah, something like that. But
that sounds like a way to make money.
Especially if you think that the NPCs are real.
Yeah. But the confusing thing is that at a certain point, like the villagers, they know that there's a god watching watching them and like helping them, and they build a shrine, and everything they put on the shrine, like not a sacrifice, the inverse of a sacrifice, like
an offering?
Yeah, an offering, exactly. So like every offering they send him actually gets mailed to him.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
And like
here's this mutton carcass.
Yeah, but there's like even fruit that doesn't exist in our world, he gets it. Like, I don't know how it's happening, but man.
Probably not a government project then.
Yeah, I don't know if it's alien government or whatever, but something is going on, and I'm intrigued. But but eventually, like I said, it will prompt him to try to get a job, try to get over his trauma, and that will mend like the relationship he has with his family. So really solid book. So I'm really happy we're getting it.
Yeah, I'm quite sold. I'm rather curious what would happen if they start sending him like precious metals like bronze, copper, or gold. Like you get mailed, you just like this. It's like, oh shit, they sent me actual currency.
Yeah, then he can buy more lightning strikes against dragons.
Yeah, I don't remember if he gets like precious metal, but they do send him a wooden log.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining that getting in the fucking mail.
Yeah, it's more like his mother freaking out, like why is this village sending you like a wooden log? Like fruit and vegetable are fine, but wooden log.
So it's okay, Mum. I'm just a god. I'm just a demigod. It's okay.
So the parents know about the game?
Well, they don't know about the game, but since he's receiving stuff, eventually he has to tell them, well, I've been helping a village in Africa with some management stuff, and they're sending me like goods in as a reward, and he just goes with that story because he himself doesn't know really how it works. So
why did these Africans send you plate mail, son? Don't worry, the Africans, they just have that shit. Son, why are they sending you... Son, why is...
I said African, but it might be like somewhere else. But
no, it'd just be funny. If I was getting all these packages from Africa, my parents would be like, "Why are you getting all these AK-47s?" It's just like, it's the Africans. Don't worry about it. I helped them build a water well.
So that's about it for that one.
Just that whole. So sorry, just that whole thing of like AI or whatever being used like as kind of like to help somebody like kind of mentally, like, you know, I feel like that's going to happen in the not too distant future. But it could be a good or bad thing.
Getting quite advanced.
I'm not even sure they're AIs. Like they might be just people in another world, and he's just watching over them. So they might not even be AIs.
That's why I compared it to Dendrogram.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Fuck, heat is getting to me. All right, so last book on the agenda from Tentai Books.
Last book on the agenda is from Tentai Books. How to Melt the Ice Queen's Heart. Kori no Reijo no Tokashikata. This one is from Futabasha, Monster Bunko. There's one volume out in Japan. The second one has apparently been announced. And Asami, a rather outgoing guy with a tendency to try to help anyone in need, do we know this archetype, happens to be neighbors and classmates with a girl named Fuyuka Himuro. At school, she's been nicknamed the Ice Queen by her classmates, and for good reason. She prefers to keep everyone at arm's length and seldom talks to others. Neither Fuyuka nor Asahi have had a chance to interact with each other yet, but Asahi's tendency to meddle in other people's business slowly but surely marks the beginning of a relationship that blooms into something more. This is a love story between two adolescents. It is a story filled with laughs, tears, and character-focused development. So one thing, this is probably the one I'm most interested in from the three titles, because we don't get titles like that very often.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm kind of curious. Like, I saw the cover art. Looked interesting.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they translated it as Ice Queen, because...
What was the other translation? Sorry.
I think Reijo is usually just a young woman, not...
Yeah, I saw Ice Lady before. I think like how to melt the Ice Lady.
You remind me of like the Yuki, I think it's Yuki Hana, or those Japanese like snow demons.
Yuki-onna?
Like, yeah, those. Like when you say that reminds me what it is. It's like, oh, is she like is she one of those like those snow demons, and she's gonna kidnap the main character to live up in a romantic getaway up in the mountains?
No, probably not. It's probably a pun on her name. She's named Fuyuka, and Fuyu is the winter. And Hime, I'm not quite sure what kanji it's written with, but Hime would be princess. So that could, I'll try to check the writing of the name.
Yeah, so this one, I did request this one on Tentai's, Discord or whatever. And it wasn't like necessarily, obviously I haven't read it, I haven't read the Japanese, but I did see a lot of people, reacting to this one when it came out, a lot of people that had actually read it, giving it like 10 out of 10, saying it was a great title. Obviously it got a volume 2 greenlit pretty quickly, even if it hasn't come out yet. But this one was, again, not that awards can sometimes be a little off, but this one was for like the Net Novel Awards, which are awarded to like the top Naru books. This is that site that people can publish their books online at for free.
So this book seems to have quite a bit of hype behind it. I mean, it'd be interesting. Like I'm curious. I might next time on like the Tentai Books website, I'll pick up a copy and see how it pans out. But I'll definitely say how like it sounds interesting. Like if it's got all that hype behind it, it must be worth something.
Yeah, and it's a singular romance, so it's not a harem. It is just focused on this girl and that guy. Yep.
Listen, as much as I like harems and stuff, like, come on, we have too much of that stuff. Like, something different, please.
All right. So when you say that the second volume's been announced, was this originally planned to be just one shot or?
The second volume. The second volume. Sorry. The second volume was like almost immediately greenlit. Again, I don't know how well the first volume, does its story. There are definitely things worth spoiling because I saw some guy post online when this one came out, and his whole post was just like a whole screen of black text that you could unveil. So I don't know. I'm curious what the developments are. But yeah, this did get a sequel greenlit almost immediately, and it is it's on Naruto, so it was a web novel originally, so I think it just kind of kept going online. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's just more content for it already online.
So I just checked the writing of the name. So Fuyuka is written as Winter Flower, and Himuro is written as Ice Room. So that Ice Queen is probably a pun on her name.
Aww. I'm disappointed, and here I thought it was going to be something supernatural.
No.
Can you at least warm her cold, cold, dead heart?
Yeah, it looks like just a straightforward romance.
Yeah,
all right, I'll still pick it up, though.
The only title like that we got recently is Angel Next Door. So not much competition in this sector.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be real cute too. Like that's kind of the vibe I got from Alex of Tentai, that it will be a cute one.
I mean, I do, I think I chatted to Alex once. He was telling me that he's trying to go for more cuter titles and shit. Like he's trying to find his own market. So yeah, I think it's a good move. I think this will be interesting. It's got some momentum behind it. Let's see how it pans out. But yeah, heard it from us, folks. Pick it up. And I'm not just saying this because I've been bribed with Spanish riches and have some Tentai stonks in the background.
Did we want to talk about the licensing hint too?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That could be fun.
So
do you have the hint? Oh, sorry.
I didn't read the hint, but someone sure did because
I think JL had it. Did you have it, JL?
Yes. Well, let me try to.
Sorry to put you on the spot. Sorry.
No, it's okay. There it is.
Well, we kind of got to stretch the podcast to 30 minutes, okay? Because at the moment we're at like 26, so we need to stretch out the content. The magic number is 10, but the even other magic number is 30 minutes.
Okay, so the hint was a love triangle cannot be this indecent. If I heard right.
Yes, yeah, a love triangle can't be this indecent. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, go ahead. Like I did spot like two things. Like one thing on Bookwalker, and the other one, I think it's a fairly older title, but like the older title that seems to also have had an anime like 7 years ago. So yeah, that's a while. So I'm really not sure. So that one is Ore no kanojo to osana najimi ga shuraba sugiru. So my girlfriend and childhood friend fight too much. So yeah, I thought of this one because like it's basically a love triangle, and like the people don't seem to get along that much. Like that doesn't really make it indecent, but
like that doesn't really sound indecent. Like usually when you have something indecent, like the title is usually something dirty or lewd. Oh,
yeah, but the other one I got on Bookwalker today, that one might fit more the bill.
I kissed my girlfriend's little sister. Oh no, he's double dipping.
No, so let me just.
Bro, you do not double dip unless they're twins. Then yes,
they are. So, in this one, they are.
Okay, so
right on, one, double dip.
Okay, so the one I got from Bookwalker, well, I checked on Bookwalker today, is Imoto no Oga One-chan yori kawaii desu yo senpai. Basically, like translate to something like I'm way cuter than my sister senpai. So like if I check like the synopsis, it's basically a guy that tries to confess to a classmate, and he's been his classmate little sister, she kind of getting away because she likes him, and from the cover she does look indecent. So
Oh yeah.
She kind of does, like, you know, she's got that little smile. She's on she's on a tatami mat. She's got that little smile, that little cheerful, that little playful, impish smile. Yeah. I could.
Yeah, I would love that one. Yeah.
that one would be I think could be a fun one. Other than this,
you have like twin sisters fighting over the guy they love.
Yeah.
Well, they're not twin sister. Like there's clearly one younger than the other.
Yeah, that one. Oh, this is the one I posted. I'll talk about that one after. But the one he's talking about, I'll see if we can find a picture later to put that one up. But the one he's talking about, it's a blonde-haired girl, or blondish kind of haired girl, and then she's got a black-haired sister.
Okay. And that one, don't double dip, bruh. Don't.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if it's okay, I'll just talk about the one I posted, which I don't think it's a guarantee that it's this one. I
think the one that you posted before looks a bit more lewd. Like this chick kind of reminds me of like a prototype gal.
Yes, the blonde on JL's. Yeah, she kind of has a galish, but she's also young. I think she's younger than the other girl.
Gal, but like she's like halfway there.
Yeah. And the other one, the one that I posted, that was what I was thinking of, was I Kissed My Girlfriend's Little Sister. Just because this one, if I'm talking indecent, this one's pretty indecent. As far as I remember, this one, basically this guy's dating a girl at school, and I think they're just in the hand-holding phase, like they just started dating, I think. And anyways, I believe it's one of those titles where, you know, he comes home to mom, and mom has a new husband suddenly, and the husband has a daughter, and the daughter turns out to look the exact same as the girl at school. And then he finds out, oh no, it's actually her, you know, her sister that somehow got separated, I don't know, at birth or given up for adoption at some point. I believe that's the story with that one. And so it's got a whole lot of indecency, obviously, if they are, you know, half brother, half sister, and it's his girlfriend's sister, and he's gonna kiss her. I don't know.
My inner libertine says yes. More degeneracy on the way.
Okay, so
sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say, maybe the hint was a little too on the nose. Because, you know what? My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute, the light novel, has never been licensed in English.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's true, man. Oh
no.
So maybe.
Oh, no, I just forgot. There is a love triangle in that show, and he picks his sister.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The good thing with that one is I think they've gone back to it, and now they're doing, like, after the books, they're doing other routes, I believe. I think they've gone back and they're doing new routes.
Like, I don't know why he would choose his sister. Like, his sister's a bitch. Like, she's not even a good emoto.
Yeah, it was. There are what if chapters.
Forbidden fruit, at least have the forbidden fruit that's delicious and tangy, succulent, not fucking old and bitchy.
So there's one title that I would like to propose as an option, and that would be Sankaku no Kyori wa Kagiri nai Zero. The distance of the triangle is unlimited zero. I'm not sure if there's anything indecent about it, but it has triangle in its title literally, and it has been on the Kono Light Novel Ga Sugoi list 2 years ago.
The covers for that are beautiful.
Might be a candidate for licensing sometime soon. So just throwing it out there. I don't know much about it. They don't have much info on English sites, and what I found from Amazon is just basically that it's about a love triangle. Not really.
I think I can add just a little. I believe that love triangle. That one's the bizarre love triangle. The distance is zero. Yeah, I believe it's the girl has a split personality.
Oh no.
So
Yes, I remember.
yeah, I'm pretty sure the girl has two personalities and they're both in love with the main guy. That's
Oh, no.
what I believe the story is.
Is one
Yeah.
of them like a yandere or something like that? They can only be-
I don't think that would end too well if that were the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
I mean,
like
six would sound
I'm not
amazing.
sure if this is if this is enough to be considered indecent, but let's just throw it into the mix.
Yeah, why
I
not?
like the split personality idea. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it has to be. It can't be that bad if it made Kono Light Novel Gasugoi. So
And
would
also,
be
there's
nice
very
to
few
try-
like also Terran Stroud, but he'll be back later. Like I don't. There isn't that many shows like that I've seen that cover split personality disorder. So it could be interesting.
Also,
true.
it seems there are 6 novels out in Japan by now, so seems to be going strong.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Yeah.
see Sam from Joe Novel maybe picking this up. Like he's like, oh, okay, this has been on light novel Kosugoi. You know, we don't have many novels tackling like mental issues. Let's pick this one up. Something
yeah,
different.
it has
Well, it seems
oh.
to be more a serious romance, and I don't think J Novel Club has many of those.
it has
doesn't quite seem like J novels, like a light novel J novel would pick up.
Oh, what
Maybe
if they want to
Yenton,
expand?
they-
What if they want
hentais.
to expand?
Hmm?
They might want to expand into newer things.
Yeah,
Mm.
maybe. But from what kind of titles people the publishers picked up so far, I think this one would be most suited for either Tentai or Yenon.
Yeah, I would have said exactly the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you hear that, Sam? You hear that, Alex? Get on that. Put that in the
Yeah,
show
this
notes.
one does have a manga adaptation, and the manga adaptation is considered complete. But again, the manga was only I think it was only 3 volumes. So I don't know how much the manga covers. I think I've heard it only covers the first volume. And then I don't know why they wrapped it up, if they decided just that was fine to end it there, or if it didn't sell well or not. But obviously the light novels are up to 6 volumes, and it seems like they're going strong. So I don't think it's a problem with those, at least, for getting this title.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to bring up?
Yeah,
Oh.
well, there was
Oh.
2 other piece of news that wanted to talk about, but anyone else has any guesses for Tentai In?
Yeah, I think we've run through the gamut. I mean,
Mhm.
love triangle doesn't really narrow it down much. It's
Yeah,
kind of a lot.
and indecent either, like indecent love triangle. There's a lot out there, so yeah.
I mean, a
It's
lot
a
of love
narrow
triangles
down that
becoming decent.
All right, so another piece of news that I found noteworthy. I'm hyped for it, and I'm sure Kyle will be hyped for it as well. So, anime adaptation for Eminence in Shadows.
Woohoo!
It's gonna be glorious.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the main character animated before he gets isekai'd.
Oh,
yeah,
This,
and
this hulking Herculum of a man. His muscles and abs looks like they were chimped from marble. He almost looks like a Greek hero cast in bronze.
Hulk with a small head. Yeah, that would be that will be interesting.
You know, with
to,
the bodies of his, why the fuck wasn't he in the Japanese special forces? This giant hulk of a man.
Because he wanted to be a mob character.
He clearly doesn't understand his full potential.
Yes, a deranged mind, let's say.
Yeah, well,
Anyway,
actually,
and,
if he's deranged, that would explain so fucking much.
What, you didn't realize he was deranged?
No, I just thought he was a tiny bit loopy. I just didn't think he was full on deranged. But that
And
adds
so-
so much context.
All right, so the last piece of news that I at least wanted to cover, it's one of the manga that Seven Seas licensed, and I'm a bit disappointed because all the other we talked about earlier, they got both the manga and the light novel, and this one they only got the manga, so I'm a bit disappointed, but let's hope they pick it up sometime soon. So it's Chilling in Another World with level 2 super cheat power. So that one I really, really liked it. Anyone else familiar with it?
Yeah, I've read a bit of it. It's essentially like a fantasy world character gets isekai'd into a separate fantasy. So he's already got his own like magical skill set, and it kind of like leads to like the two systems not like recognizing each other properly. And so after he starts leveling and stuff, he just gets like really extremely overpowered really fast.
Well, it's not really extremely. It's literally is number next to his stat changed to a symbol he does not recognize, but that symbol is infinity.
Oh,
so
God.
Basically, it's a kind of One Punch Man in the sense that I don't see anyone topping his strength because what are you going to do? Like, the enemy is infinity +1. Like or infinity +2 +3, like it would just be stupid. But it's also the fact that he does not care about like being powerful or like getting into fights or politics. And it's a kind of slow life stuff.
Yeah, is he like a character that's super powerful, but basically he just doesn't act like a super powerful guy? Like he just adds like he kind of is like villager number 20, and he just wants to have a farm, do this shit, and not have people bother him.
Yeah, something like that. Because before being isekai, he was a merchant, and basically that's what he wants to do. That's what brings him the most joy in his life. And
it just happens that because he has these god powers that he cannot be ignored by like major political powers because he's basically Infinity Man.
Yeah, because like basically like he's summoned to be a candidate to become a hero. But when they see his stat, they're disappointed and they just shoo him off. He's not able to go back to his world. But when he reached level 2, like the bugs happen and he becomes like infinite, like he has infinite stats, infinite skills, but he himself does not realize that until much later. And even when he realizes it, like he's not even interested in like harnessing his full strength. Like he only cares about protecting those around him and doing like what he wants to do, like being a merchant. And basically there's a bunch of people that get drawn to him. And even you have like the demon lord that kind of get the idea that I might just stop being a demon lord and just hang out over there, like that sort of stuff.
I love it that this guy is so powerful that everyone's like, you know what? I'm just going to retire from being a bad guy until this guy dies. You know what? I'm just going to chill with him for a century or two. And then after he's dead, we can continue the stuff because, No,
it's more complicated than that. Like the Demon Lord, he already had like the mindset to maybe stop the war with the human, but there was no, there was no incentive, but it was difficult to rally his troop to that idea. But then that guy comes along that's a big wall that doesn't want anything to do with conflict. And like he's kind of the way of both parties. So like the human cannot attack the demon and the demon cannot attack the humans.
Yeah, this guy sounds like a nuclear bomb almost. Like basically if you do anything, it's nuclear sword destruction.
Yeah, something like that. Because like also he like earlier on, like there are some cute characters. So like you have like one of the demon turns out to eventually become his wife.
Aww.
So like and like you have a lot of other character that gets into the mix, and like it's a bit of a slow life series with a bit of action going on all around, and that's why it gives me a bit of a vibe of One Punch Man, because like he's kind of doing his own stuff on the side, and then you have all of this world building all around with a different character that gets drawn to him, and while him being like don't really care about what's going on. So,
Mirage has a question in the chat.
No.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I got it. I was looking for it.
Yeah,
okay, let's have a look at this artwork. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I might check out the manga for this. This looks interesting. I might check it out. Might be good for a quick read.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
check
only
that one
manga.
out.
Okay.
Like it's one that I was really interested about. So if not 7C, if anyone else wants to pick it up, I'll buy it. So
Please license it.
yeah.
Pretty please.
We'll do a review or something. Maybe we might do a podcast on it if you license it.
I
Well,
love it how we're
if
like
someone
grabbing
licenses it, yeah,
companies
I
with
will push for
podcasts.
it. Yeah, I will push for a podcast if someone licenses that one.
Like I wouldn't be down for like giving this like reading a volume or two of this. Like it's probably not my type of series, but it would be fun
Yeah.
for like a quick, relaxing read. You know, like a Komi-san.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't talk too much about the other characters, but I really like the character dynamic. So
You know, it looks cute and relaxing. Pretty good. Anything else, or should we just wrap it up?
on my side, I think that's all.
Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? Well,
Strike out.
strike out. Yeah, we've ran out of shit to talk about. So anyway, thank you folks for listening, and we'll see you again for another podcast. A bit more interesting on the table aside from licenses. So everyone say goodbye.
Good night.
Adios.
Oh, good
Goodbye.
night, everyone.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Try outro music. Dun 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 and stop.
For show notes and related links, visit lightnovelpodcast.com.